Thanks for staying with us. So the federal government, through its Ministry of Education, revealed to start engaging first-class and second-class upper graduates as teachers, according to the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Education, Sonny Ekono. We are now limiting entry points of teaching only to the best that are qualified. We will engage individuals with second-class upper and first-class divisions. Now, many have argued that, is this the right approach at this time, or is the federal government putting the cart before the horse?
I think the question the federal government should be asking first is, why don't we have 2-1 and first-class graduates apply for the teaching job? That's the first question.
Okay.
Because we need to get to the root of why we have what we have before we start finding solutions, so that we get solutions that are appropriate, commensurate to the problems we're trying to tackle. Now, I know that teaching is, first of all, a passion. It's not about what grade you come out with from the university. The truth is, the teaching profession right now in Nigeria is not lucrative. Nobody goes to school to say, I want to be a teacher. Right. When you look at the economy and see how teachers are being treated and how they're being paid.
My other sister is a teacher. They've written all the exams in Lagos, and yet the best of jobs, they keep missing them because jobs in Nigeria require connection as opposed to qualification and passion. Wow. Now, you mentioned the issue of why they are not attempting at those jobs. It's not necessarily about wealth. Most of them are not looking at a job that turns them into billionaires. They're talking about jobs that gives them dignity. So the worst paid, in fact, the lowest cadre of arrangement is the other way around. So we still pay lawmakers higher than we pay teachers who are supposed to help us form society and form the minds of the leaders that are growing. And we insist on that method till today. And the same people are the ones deciding now that when you have studied in school and put in your best at achieving the best results, they will still do another form of discrimination, because we have the discrimination of the colleges of education as opposed to those who have degrees in education. Whether or not they are passionate teachers or qualified in those fields, or they have even self-taught themselves certain areas, those exams will not expose that. You just need to go and write the exam, carry certificate, and come.
Good morning, Professor Sarere. Are you still there?
Good morning.
What are your initial thoughts on this?
My initial thoughts are that those are thoughtless thoughts. Number one, do you have the adequate infrastructures on ground to be able to, the enabling environment, to be able to produce those quality of teachers you are asking for? Number two, at the point of admission, who are you admitting? Is it the same faculty of education that everybody sees as a dumping ground? All those that didn't make the cutoff for their program are sent to faculty of education. Number three, assuming that this policy works out of the blues, what happens to all the people that made 2, 2, and third class, who are very good students? Exactly. And how and where do you think you can retain a first-class holder to be in the classroom? What incentives are you going to give? Because those are hotcakes. Our concern should be, one, how do we make the enabling environment to be conducive for people to bring out their best competencies, their best ability, to be able to impact properly and adequately and effectively on our children?